Hey, what's going on? Coach Luka here from Vigor Fitness and Performance. And today what I wanted to do is talk about how it all works. So we get an email, or I should say email messages, and just people asking sometimes like, hey, how does Vigor work? Like, what happens? How do I even get started? What is it that you guys do? And so what I wanted to break down today on this board is just kind of like the intro, like how it works, right? As far as how do our programs work, what programs there are, and also how to get started. So we're gonna go over all of this, okay? So first of all, Vigor Ground is a transformation facility. It's a coaching facility. So it's the exact opposite, like it's on the other side of what a gym where you just come in and get a membership and just do your own thing. And I would say what I call renting equipment, right? Like a bigger gym, you might just rent equipment and do your own thing. There might be some classes or whatnot. But like for us, everything is about getting a person from point A to point B, right? Getting them from where they are to where they want to be. And that's the true definition of coaching. So like we have 3 different levels / 3 different programs that we achieve this with. Every program has, I would say, more access, more accountability, more, I would say, association and coaching, right? So you just get more individualized and with more support. And we did that because, once again, like, there's different levels of investment here also. But I always started with like, what is, our foundational program, which is team training, right? So larger group, meaning this is anywhere from, some classes are bigger, some are smaller, but we're talking about 12, 20, 25 people in these classes. And it is MRT, so metabolic resistance training. And we have different classes / training sessions under team training. This is our foundational kind of program. And if somebody were looking for better movement, general fitness and fat loss, like this would be, I would say it's the most affordable program. It's kind of, I would say it fits a lot of these different things in there. So notice like what I wrote here is there's interval training. So that's all based on time, right? So whether it's, and like I said, all of these programs are scientifically based with real world results. So it's not just some random stuff, but I wanted to cover that. Like, so think conditioning, invest interval based, using implements such as body weight, kettlebells, ropes, sleds, TRXs, med balls, like, odd object implements, steel maces. Always fun, always challenging, very, very well progressed and regressed, meaning any fitness level can do it, and we have a great system to always make it more challenging as you become fitter, and like I said, you're losing weight and building muscle. So the second one is density training, which is just a little bit of a different, I would say, approach to it, because we use blocks of time and a little bit more, I would say, strength-based exercises. Still gonna get your heart rate up. Like all of these models essentially are, like I said, metabolic resistance training means, we're gonna use muscle to create in intensity, create a metabolic effect, right? So you're gonna burn a lot of calories in a short amount of time, but we're gonna maintain and or build muscle. Okay, now if somebody says, hey, I want to put 15 pounds of muscle on, maybe this might not be the best program, but hey, if you're trying to maintain or build a little bit of lean muscle, get fitter, improve your performance, lose body fat, like this is a great program. So density training is a little bit of a different modality. And so we've structured it in every week, where every week there's interval sessions, every week there's density sessions, and every week there's what we call warrior training. And that's, in warrior training, there's more velocity-based training. So meaning we're doing things like prowler pushes, sled sprints, regular sprints. There's, I would say, faster stuff going on. Also based in a circuit, like I said, this is a whole system / program that we do. But because in these, what happens is that we cover all the, I would say, properties that a person needs to have. So even, I would say, somebody would say, hey, general population, why do they need to do speed stuff and power stuff and things like that? Well, because it's very important, and Mike Boyle actually mentioned this, that, people, it's a general population, and even older, I would say, clients do very, very well when they do power training. Number one, because it prevents them, like they're in a better position not to get injured. Remember, 1 out of 3 people that fall after the age of 50 break their hip. So they're in better position to do that. They recover faster, okay? They're more confident, and they can do more stuff in life, okay? So these are statistically proven things, and that's why we plug it in. The last one here is something called mobility training. So that is, imagine just this, like being able to move your joints through healthy ranges of motion. So it's building and creating healthy joints. This is one of, it's a very, very important thing right here that most, I would say most people miss. And so we have sessions that are part of our team training system, where you come in and like for 45 to 60 minutes, we're just working on hip health, your low back, your shoulders, your neck, your ankles, things and knees, like things that usually bug people, especially shoulders and low back, right? Shoulder pain, low back pain is prevalent, it's huge. And when people go through this, they significantly improve their joint health, which allows them to train harder, be in less pain throughout the day, get better results throughout our training. So this is our foundational program, okay? One level up from that is the small group personal training. So that's anywhere from 16 to 12, 16 to 15 people. It is a program that is based around strength, performance, building lean body mass, but in conjunction, it is fantastic for changing your body composition, right? So strength training plus the proper conditioning, cardio training, like it's very, very effective in fat loss and body recomposition, okay? So putting these together is phenomenal. Now we have different programs here, from the Strong Her program, which is an all women's strength program, Strength Camp, which is an all men's strength program, and then we have coach sessions, which are just basically small group personal training sessions based on the coach that's running them. But all of them, we're using a similar system that we've developed over 12, 13 years now that is phenomenal for, like I said, getting stronger, building lean muscle, improving performance, confidence, all in a safe way. And once again, while it's a templated program, we adjust it to everybody. So meaning, hey, if you don't have the mobility to deadlift from the floor, we're not gonna make you do that. We're gonna adjust it to you, right? Depending on what you can and cannot do, we're gonna adjust everything to you. And so, if you do small group personal training, you also get access to our team training program, right? So imagine that every level up, you also get what's below it. And our highest, I would say, our most accelerated program, the program that allows us to get the best and fastest results with our clients, is our semi-private personal training program. So that is up to 4 or less people, but you get a one-on-one assessment. So this is specific to you, a one-on-one assessment and a strategy session where we find out how you move, how your joints are functioning, what is your training history, what have you done in the past, what have your obstacles been. In a strategy session, we talk about your nutrition, what you like, what you dislike, what results have you gotten, where do you get stuck, and we create this picture, right, of our point A. And based off of that, we create a completely customized training program specifically for you. So it's for the individual, we customize the program, and we also customize the nutrition, and this is where you get individualized nutrition coaching. So this is obviously the program that has the most access, meaning you have the most access, you have a coach that guides you, that supports you, coaches you throughout this whole process from point A to point B. Then you also get open gym access. So even if you're coaching with, our coach one time a week in semi-private personal training, you can use the gym to execute the program that we've built for you, and that allows you to obviously get the absolute most out of it. And notice you also here now get access to the team training and small group personal training. So this is like our complete full-blown, I would say, results transformation package. Now, the way that I want you to look at this, because first of all, how does it work and how do we try us out? Because it's like, hey, you might be wondering, do I just come in and like I'm getting sold straight into the big program? No, what most people end up doing is our 30-day results in advance program. So this right here essentially is our trial, right? It's our risk-free trial. Now, why is it risk-free? First of all, there is an investment to make for those 30 days, but there's no long-term contract. It's risk-free because if at any point in time, you're a week in, you're 2 weeks in, you're like, yeah, you know what, this is not the right fit for me. This isn't what I need. This isn't what I want. This is not it. Like, we'll refund you every penny, no questions asked. There's literally, our 30-day results in advance program is exactly that, okay? We legitimately coach you for 30 days and to show you results in advance before you commit to a longer term. And we took away the risk of it because, like I said, in this world right now, it's difficult to know what's what, right? And while, we've coached over 3,000 people to results in the last 10 plus years here in Renton. We've been in Entrepreneur Magazine as the future of fitness. We've been in Men's Health. We've been on Precision Nutrition, On It Magazine. It's so many different places. It still doesn't mean that it's the right fit for you. So the way that you'll know it's the right fit for you is to try us out without any judgment, without anything else, and knowing that like, hey, you can step away and you don't have to do anything long term. And so in our 30-day results in advance program, you get access to team training. Like you get unlimited access to team training. You get small group access. You get one semi-private session a week with a coach, and you get nutrition coaching. So we're already essentially taking you to your goal. Now, let me check this out. So imagine that, right, you come in and we figure out your point A, right, through that strategy session. And your point B is down here somewhere. And maybe that is, losing 40 pounds. Maybe it's getting out of pain. Maybe it's putting on muscle. Whatever that goal is going to take some time, okay? And so let's say it takes you, I was just going to say an arbitrary goal, but like, hey, you want to lose 40 plus pounds, get out of back pain, put on some lean muscles, get that kind of college athleticism back. And that's going to take, 8 months, okay? Well, this is 30 days, okay? So in those 30 days, what we do is we already start, like you become part of the Vigor family, we start coaching you towards that goal. That's it. And at this 30-day mark, what happens is that like before actually, coach sits down with you and you just decide what's the best way of moving forward, right? Based on the results that you got and how everything was, your experience. And we go like, hey, based on the things that you've already experienced, the results that you got, because you got them in advance, like how do we want to move forward now to get you to your goal and then some, and maybe set a new goal. And like I said, a lot of people continue with us because of the results they get, because of the relationships they build in the community. And like I said, definitely results is where it all starts. But that's how we approach it, okay? So this is how we approach it, like that you essentially get a peek into how things are gonna go, and then you get to decide, right? Straight up, and it's worked well because, once again, you get to know exactly what it is. And hey, we're not for everybody. Like we've been, like I said, Spouse is one of the top transformation gyms in the country, but it might not be the right fit for you. But if you're a person that is dedicated to improving yourself through obviously training your body, feeling better, performing better, looking better, building the confidence, hey, this might be a great fit. Now, before, and here's what I wanted to make sure, like, no matter what happens, like every single person goes through our orientation, okay? Our orientations are on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. And a person can come in and do this without anything else, right? It literally can be kind of like, almost like, before you even start with a trial, you can come into our orientation. And in our orientation, what we do is we go over what we do, why we do it, why are we so driven by coaching and what it means to us? Because like I said, hey, this is our life, meaning like this is our vocation. This is what we do. This is all we do, and like we're really damn good at it. And we take coaching very seriously, but we don't take ourselves very seriously. So meaning like if you go around like, hey, there's a lot of high fives, there's a lot of smiles, like we work our ass off and make sure that people get incredible results and the best results. But at the same time, it's I would say, non-threatening atmosphere, and like everybody supports everybody else. It's really important to know that. But this is where we break down, hey, what we do, why we do it, and also how we do it. And this is obviously part of the system, but we go deeper into this. We talk about our systems, okay? We talk about our systems a little bit, and you can see down here, I've talked about this before in previous videos, is, we base it on a puzzle piece. Like earlier I said, hey, if we're gonna take you from point A to point B, there's different puzzle pieces to like getting the best possible results. One of them is absolutely training, okay? Another one is nutrition. Like these are like a 1 + 1 = 3, meaning, hey, if you get, if you get your nutrition dialed in and you get your training dialed in, your results are gonna be exponential, right? Whereas training is gonna get you some results, nutrition is certainly gonna get you results, but together, man, they're powerful. But here's the thing, everything is backed by this, by mindset. How do you get long-term results? How do you have a different frame of thinking? Like how do you change, I would say, your viewpoint around things? And like there's a specific science of behavioral change mindset that we apply that. Like I've learned from the best of the best traveling the world, being mentored by some of the best people on the planet, and like applying this into our system, as well as recovery, which is a missing component for a lot of people. Recovery is everything from sleep to reducing your stress levels, to using nutrition for recovery, to a lot of different modalities, and they fit together like a puzzle piece. And so each person, each individual, like this is what I call N = 1, right? Like each individual has their own life, the foods that they like, I would say their social structures, the work that they do, the families that they have. And what we do, even in that 30-day trial, we customize this puzzle piece for you. There's no cookie cutter stuff. There's no just throwing stuff at the wall and like, hey, this works for everybody, right? Like we get very interested in you, right? We get very interested and curious about what's going on in your life so that we can build this puzzle piece best possible and not overwhelm you with craziness and just, you know, hey, you're gonna work, you're gonna train 7 days a week and do crazy diets. No, like we're gonna adjust it so that it's not overwhelming and that you feel like you can put this into your lifestyle, get the best results without completely losing your mind. So this is important because this is part of the systems that we go over when we do our orientation. We talk about expectations. Expectations are very important. I think a lot of people don't cover them. Hey, what's gonna happen in those first 30 days, right? What are you looking to achieve? And like talk about it, right? What is the goals that you want to achieve? And then what are the requirements for that? Okay, maybe you wanna go a little bit harder and you want to accelerate your results. Maybe you don't want to do that because you've done it in the past and fell off and you want to go at a more strategic pace. Cool, right? Remember, we're going to fit the puzzle piece towards you. We're going to fit the puzzle piece towards you. And then from there, we're going to go into exercise form and making sure that, like, this is very, very important. Number one, that you're safe and that we adjust it to you. What can you do? What can't you do? Making sure that you can always come in and train what's going to get you the best results possible. And so we go over exercise form, progressions, regressions, all these main exercises that, like I said, are very, very important. So before you even step into the trial or any of the workouts, you feel confident, you feel safe, you know exactly what's gonna happen. And we finish that off with a mini workout, meaning we're gonna take you through a piece, a chunk of what you're gonna actually be going through in that team training, in those trials, and already seeing the big picture so that you're not just thrown into the gauntlet. Like I said, that's very unethical. So we do an assessment and we know what you're capable of, and we're gonna like take you through this safe and yet I would say strategic results-driven program rather than just like, you know, making it up and like, hey, just jump into the class when I don't know anything about you. I don't know how you move. I don't know what's going on, right? So this is a system that's been built over time and like I said, we're very, very good at this, but our mission, our goal is your win, meaning that like you win. And what is your win? Your win is, you know, getting from point A to point B and then beyond, obviously. But once you get, you know, it's like you get from mountain A to peak B, you see peak C. But once again, no better way to do it than to go and try it without any risk. And so with that said, is like, that is how it all works. Meaning that's how it works on one, how you try us out, the different programs that we run, like from a big picture view. And this is how you can test it out in the philosophies that we use. So with that said, hey, make sure, reach out to us, vigorgroundfitness.com, and fill out the form, get started with a trial. We'll reach out to you. We'll make sure you know every single thing that happens and are completely clear on it. And I'm excited. I can't wait to meet you here and to take you on that journey and get you to your goal. Coach Luka's out.